sixth. Getting a breath of fresh air now, Steve Jaros, and another opportunity presented right here.
Well, the averages for the players on this pair, you see Jaros average 237, Weber 232. They're nowhere near that today. The pressure is taking over at this point.
Oh, there is his mother, Helen, having come in from Illinois just this morning to watch her only child perform.
Once again, the head pin does the big damage over in the left-hand corner. Watch the 7 pin, the last pin remaining. It gets twisted among the 4 and the 8, and it still takes out the 7. On tough conditions like this, Chris, it actually favors Steve Jaros. He has less experience than Weber, but with a actually shorter backswing, he has a very good chance to keep it in play.
2 and sleeper 8.
Well, what's happened for both players is the oil or conditioner has been carried down the lane from the front part. It's usually heavier on the front part. They practice for an hour. It carried down past their break point. Now when they give it room, it hangs out wide for the 2 pin. We saw that last week in Toronto. We're once again seeing it again this week. Oh, that was ugly.
Too much bowling ball, huh?
Well, you're right, Chris. You have to trust the spares. Steve Jaros throws a very slow shot, and he doesn't even touch either the 2 or the 8. He trails by 14.
All right, 14 pins separate them. We're near Cleveland, and as you may know, Cleveland is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Canton, of course, the National Football Hall of Fame. Well, now, the National Inventors Hall of Fame has come to Akron. Inventure Place opens its doors in July of next year. 31-year-old Pete Weber, one of the 3 Triple Crown champions, ready to shoot, leading by 14. 7th frame. That's more of the Pete Weber shot. Celebrating 25 years in the Tournament of Champions. The 2nd Triple Crown winner, Johnny Petraglia. Here he is.
Thank you, Chris. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy. What's up?
Well, hey, if you win $65,000 in the general today, and since you don't have any kids and you're a friend of my son, will you pay half the bill?
Sure, John, because if I win today, I'll be rich like you.
He's ready to get rich, Chris. Back to you.
Randy Peterson. No scouts in the building, and we have a 7-10, and Pete laughs. Nervous laugh.
Once again, we see the 7-10. Mark Roth made this in 1980. Pete Weber would just like to get one of these pins right now to stay ahead in the match. Pete won't even go for it. He'll just try to knock the 10 out. There you go. The 1 pin was more important than trying to make the 2 because the 1 pin allows him to stay 2 pins ahead in the match. If he had missed both pins, the match had been even. Pretty smart shot by Peter. Once again, we see under pressure a tournament important game going to the 9th and 10th frames. Low scoring, but somebody has to win.
High hit. Here in this match, we've had 5 open frames. It's the first one of the afternoon. The winner will meet Randy Peterson, then on to Norm Duke, and then our tournament leader is Eric Forkel.
The players were expecting this ball to hold right here. As they were practicing before they went on the championship round, the ball would set up right there. Right now it's breaking high. When they give it room, it will not come back.
You know, tonight, we invite you to catch a special episode of America's Funniest Home Videos on a special night and time. Then William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy star in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Saturday night movie starts at 8:30, 7:30 Central, right after videos tonight, right here on ABC.
Just 2 pins separate this opening match. General Tire Tournament of Champions, 9th frame.
Hanging on the channel, the ball hooking in, leaving the 7.
Well, you could tell by Steve Jaros' reaction. He knew he threw that very well and got a really bad break as he left the solid 7. During the tournament week, the lanes were a little tougher in the morning and scored better at night, but we can't wait till night, boys. Got to start hitting them right now. Look out. Inexcusable.
6th open frame of the first game.
You're talking to a man who has the are about a man who has the lowest game ever rolled in the championship round. Steve Jaros bowled a 129 in the Brunswick Memorial a few years back, and right now he has opened the door for Pete Weber, as Pete's only going at a 172 pace, but that could be enough to win the match. Here we go, ninth frame.
High hit, 3-6-10.
All right, let's project for Pete Weber. Although he's struggling, highlight. Jaros has opened the door a number of times. It's a matter of Pete to step in and close that door on him. He needs his 2 marks to lock up this match.
Randy Peterson of Hollywood, Florida, waits for the winner. Now Pete Weber polishing that orange sphere.
Pete needs 17 pins here in the 10th. In other words, 7 spare strike to lock out Jaros, or Jaros could still throw 3 strikes and win. Here we go, 10th frame. Oh my goodness, Chris, let's look at this scoreboard. There's actually strategy involved. Pete Weber, if he goes for the spare and gets 9, can lock out Jaros. You see Pete going wide here and leaves the 210. However, if he just goes for the single pin and gets 9, 159, he will force Jaros to double. I would go for the 1 pin, don't shoot for the split.
Right.
He gave it a 50-50 shot, a very smart move. Jaros needs 2 strikes.
Something even less attractive was the low score here this week. I won't say who did it. 123.
All right, for Steve Jaros, he's struggled the whole match. He needs 2 strikes and 2 pins. Obviously, the hardest thing is the strikes. He hasn't been close on this lane. Not to be. Pete Weber is going to win the opening match of the General Tire Tournament of Champions with 159. The best Jaros can do is 158.
A low 159 as this ABC Sports presentation of the Professional Bowlers Tour will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Weber against Peterson.